Yeah, it was. He actually was just supposed to have an over route, and how they disrupted the two guys that were the first two options. It just kind of opened up down the field, and I was just trying to find a way to get because I was supposed to be on the move, and I got kind of caught up in the middle there. And I was just trying to find a way to get it to him. And, I mean, it was a heck of a way of tracking the football, staying in bounds, and making a tough catch. I have a lot of confidence in Jay Watt, man, and he makes a lot of plays and a lot of big moments.
It's obviously a staple of your offense is making something out of nothing. I haven't seen as much of that in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, it always feels good to kind of get the whole offense going. I mean, obviously, the first 2 weeks we just kind of have been out of rhythm. We haven't kind of got drives and sustained drives going, and so just to not have those killer penalties and to kind of get the offense moving in the right direction, and then all that other stuff kind of comes with it. So I was proud of the guys today. Still little things here and there we can tweak, but it was a step in the right direction.
Yeah, it looked like you got rolled up on. Just how'd you make it through the game physically?
Yeah, I made it fine. Like I would have been fine to play the rest of the game. I think if anything, it kind of scared me more just being that ankle, and so it scared me a little bit more. We taped it up, and then I was able to go.
Patrick, the balance you guys had, especially getting the running backs involved, just how happy were you to see them get involved, get their touchdowns as well, just as an overall part of the offense?
Yeah, it was important for us. Not only for me, but I think for the offensive line and for how teams are playing. That's what those zone coverages. We're going to have to run the football. And so to be able to get those guys going downhill, making the run plays, it opens up everything else. And I talked about it a little bit there after the game, but when the run game gets going, that's when the offense gets going. And people see the high flying, they see the throws and stuff like that. But that physicality that you have in the run game, that's what takes the offense over the top. And so I was glad we were able to get that going.
Patrick, Andy mentioned that he thought maybe today Juwan was getting picked on a little bit by the officials. He said it seemed they were lining up stuff all around the league. What was your view of that today on the couple of things?
Yeah, it's wild to me. I mean, when you go back and look at the tablet and they're both in the exact same spot, I don't understand it. It's hard because he's playing great football and he's getting these penalties thrown on him. And I mean, I know it's hard to be to officiate. But I watch a lot of tape, and he's no deeper than any other tackle in the league. I mean, there's other guys that are even further back than he is. So it's crazy to see, and hopefully it kind of calms down as the season goes on. But, I mean, he's making adjustments, and it seems like even with his adjustments, they're not good enough, I guess.
Patrick, last time you played this team, you famously counted to 10, representing the people that were drafted in front of you. Is this something that's still in your mind, despite all the stuff you've accomplished since then, when you play a team like the Bears?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's still in my mind, but I like beating them for sure.
Hey, what makes Jerick McKinnon such a weapon in the passing game? He's got 10 touchdowns the last 9.
Yeah, he has great feel of finding the end zone. My daughter's just yelling. He has great feel finding the end zone. He's a veteran player. I've always talked about that. He knows how to get himself open and get those yards and get into the end zone. And so. Obviously, we had more success in moving the ball and getting into the red zone, but, I mean, he's a guy that can play all around the field, but it seems like when he gets in the red zone, he gets in the end zone.
Did you see his drum major touchdown celebration on the first one, and do you have any critique of it?
I didn't. I don't know if I saw the first one. I saw the second one when he was high-stepping down the sideline, and I had to stop because I was like, he's going to go the full length. And so he's a great football player, and the celebrations are – I don't get told the celebrations beforehand, so I'm always just kind of chasing everybody else.
I know there's a new fan out there. You probably see it on your phone after the game. Just what do you think about all the hoopla surrounding that with Mrs. Swift here watching the game?
Yeah, I mean, she's a pop star. She's a tremendous singer, tremendous at everything she does, and I haven't got to meet her. But I mean, I guess if she ends up being with Travis, then I'll probably get to meet her at some point. So it seems like a good person. So hopefully I get to meet her one day.
Did you know she was going to be here? Did you tell anyone that?
Yeah, but he told me at like the last minute. But there's some things with Trav where he kind of just says it, and you're like, you don't know if it's true or not. He says it so calmly. I mean, I remember one time he was like, "Hey, I'm going to go to one of the World Series or one of the playoff baseball games." And I'm like, he said it so randomly, and then he just went, and I was just like, but the same thing. It was like Friday. He was just like, "Yeah, I think she's coming to the game today," and then just moved about to the game this weekend, and moved about his business. So you're kind of like, I guess that just happens. I guess so. I don't know. It's just Travis.
You got 25,000 yards level today. I know you're not big on those kind of stats, but just what are your thoughts about doing that?
Yeah, it's cool. It really is cool. I don't think about that stuff. But to do it at Arrowhead, throwing it to Travis, who's got a lot of those yards. I mean, it's a tremendous honor to be a part of this organization and be able to do stuff like that at this stadium. It'll be stuff I remember the rest of my life. I did not get the ball. I don't know where Travis did with it, so we'll have to get the 50,000 faster than anybody else, and we'll get that one.
All right, thank you.
As far as injuries go, really Prince is the only one to mention right now with a left quad. Everybody else finished the game and did okay. Defensively, listen, I'm proud of our guys. They played their hearts out on defense. We had some great individual efforts between McDuffie. Seemed like he was all over the field. Edwards got his first interception off a Reid tip. So, and then the D-line, I thought played well. Spags had a phenomenal game plan, and the guys were flying around, as did the other coaches that were involved with it. Offensively, we got things rolling, and that's a plus against a defense, that's banged up a little bit. But our guys did a nice job with that, and whether it was Patrick with his stats that were phenomenal, Pacheco, McKinnon had a couple TDs, Rice, Rasheed showed up and did a nice job. Matt Nagy again, and the offensive coaches put together a very nice game plan, and then special teams contribute. So really, all three phases got involved. Again, Dave and Andy put together their game plan there. But it was good to see this Montreal Washington. We haven't seen him do his thing here, and so he went out and got a couple of nice returns, and I thought did a good job. Looked very secure with the ball there. So all in all, a good win. My hat goes off to the Bears. Like I told the guys in there, they played 4 hard quarters. I mean, there's, Matt's he's got a few guys banged up, but the guys played hard. So, anyways, with that, time's yours.
You mentioned another strong effort defensively. Are there reasons why maybe you're ahead defensively and where maybe you thought you'd be this time of year?
Well, yeah, I didn't think the last part of that question, but I thought we would be where we are. I just playing well. The young guys, I think, have done a nice job. Reid's he's one more year in it and is comfortable. You saw what Edwards did, but the young guys are better. I mentioned it during training camp that the zones are tighter and man coverage is better, and we're getting the young rushers up there. They're doing a better job, and linebacker position strong. I mean, Bolton didn't play today. Drew stepped in and I thought did a heck of a job. So Willie pushed himself through and played, and I just I think it's an overall effort there, just of guys going through that growth process. But I'm proud of them and how they're playing. They're playing hard and aggressive. The thing is, Adam, I mean, you got to do it every week. So you got to make sure that you prepare and have yourself mentally ready to go every week.
Some of the offensive numbers that you mentioned, is there certain stuff that you saw out there today that has been an emphasis because the last 2 weeks that you're
Last week we had like over 400 yards, and we were shooting ourselves in the foot with some of the penalties, and we cut down on that a bit. I think, I checked out all the looks that our right tackle got called on today, and I'm seeing it on both sides of the ball. I'm seeing it with our left tackle. I mean, he might be being picked on just a little bit here, but I felt today. I thought they did a good job the week before, but today I thought it was too much. I mean, I wasn't seeing it, but still we got to keep working on that and get through this.
Why did you take him out then if you didn't think it was on him today?
Well, I subbed out some guys, just and he also got hit in the mouth, and he's got a little cut in there that wasn't feeling too good. And he'll be fine, though. I mean, he's not. I wasn't trying to hide that from you, Adam.
You seemed pretty confident at the end of the week that if Nick couldn't go, Drew was going to step in and do pretty well. But you actually had to play the game without Nick, and Drew hasn't been in the defense for as long. What was good about what he did today for you, being able to make all the calls with just a short amount of time? Yeah,
he's a smart kid, so I thought he got in there and did a nice job of with the calls, lining guys up. Again, I haven't seen the tape on it, but it looked like he did a pretty nice job for the most part. So, but you know, he's a good player. He was good. We competed against him all these years, so I mean, he's a good football player. We knew that.
How valuable is it that you guys have 3 running backs that you can kind of turn to where you need them?
Yeah, I thought all 3. I didn't even mention Clyde. I mean, Clyde, I thought played great. He went in the second series, and we worked him in throughout. And I mean, to have those 3 guys, I think is great. And then he finished the game, and we needed that. We needed to get that last first down and just take that knee right there, and he went and got it.
What do you think of just your perspective on Patrick's rollout play to Justin Watson there? He moves up in the pocket and finds him on kind of those scramble throws.
Yeah, he did a good job with that. He all the way around. He played a good game. I mean, I've got the 24 for 33. That's not a bad day, So he's. I always say this: we're lucky to have him, and City of Kansas City is lucky to have him, and so on. So he's a heck of a player.
Anything else? Last one, Adam. Andy, sorry in advance for this question, but
That's all right.
meet Taylor Swift?
You know what? I've met her before. Adam, I set him up. I just leave you with that.